in a day?
So we normally do about 800 per month.
Per month?
Per month.
About 30?
Yes. So normally, but we don't know per day. In this case, we don't.
No, I know someday more, someday less.
And moreover, sir, 320 sample runners here. And one room we can that is our measure. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Ministry of Arts Sciences, Ministry of State in the Prime Minister's Office, and Ministry of State in the Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Sri Yumnam Joy Kumar Singh, the Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur, and who is also the Minister of... And we have Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, the Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Maharaja Laisemba Sanajawa, the Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, Government of India. Of the dais, the special invitees, delegate members, and the Department of Biotechnology, Government. And this program has been organized as a part to commemorate gracing the function with your presence. It is really incredible and phenomenal, sir. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And we like to a very warm welcome to you, sir. A very Minister of Science and Technology, the Deputy Chief Minister of Government of Manipur, Sri Yum.
National Seminar on Developing Bioeconomy from I think extreme healthcare, agriculture, process industry, and the service sectors the world over. Experts are floating ideas for transition into a bio-based economy because of the potential of biotechnology to provide environment-friendly products and processes in almost all areas of economy. It also provides viable alternate sources of energy without creating strain on the existing natural resources, unlike existing technologies based on fast depleting resources. Diagnostic and a wide range of vaccines were developed in a short span of time to save humanity.
These compendium are reported for their antiviral activities and practice, as well as proven for its medicinal properties. Recently, IBSD has set up a science museum in Chandel district of Manipur, which is an aspirational district of Manipur, to develop scientific attitude and to inculcate general awareness about local bioresources among the students and common people. Today, Dr. Jitendra Ji, Honorable Union Minister of State, is handing over quality planting materials of sweet mandarins, strawberries, and malvok to the farmers of Manipur. I believe that quality planting materials will benefit our farmers and encourage them to promote this horticulture crop in this region. This also encourages the startup programs under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, the visions of our Honorable Prime Minister of India. Such efforts will really boost the economy through sustainable utilization of unique bioresources of the state. My compliments to Dr. Purab Kumar Mukherjee the director, and all scientists, researchers, and staffs of IBSD for their hard works and contribution for the state of Manipur and Northeastern region as a whole. With these few words, sir, I conclude my speech. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Last century, 2019, that time, many of biological scientists, teachers, and scholars, they sit together and think about the bioresources of the northeastern India. And at that time, the World Classified Journal Nature has published and classifying the whole globe into different biodiversity zone. And in that, we found that Indo-Burma biodiversity mega hotspot zone is one of the most rare and availability of existence of indigenous and not native bioresources. Even the avifauna and fish fauna, lots of things are there. Why? Because, sir, particularly this region is the confluence region of the three major streams of species migration. One is Polynesia, another is Tibetan, and also third one is the Indian subcontinent. All these rare species were drifting to this northeastern region, and it's a confluence zone. And that's why enough and many endemic species are available in this region. So with this concept, we requested the government of India, the then government of India, and that was most probably Professor Manohar Joshi was in the education minister, and then we requested to Atul Bihari Vajpayee during that time to materialize the dream of some of the pioneering scientists of this state. And accordingly, parliamentary team was sent to the state, and luckily, DBT has accepted to establish this, the most important institute location at Imphal, Tagelpat. And this is the background. And so with these few words, again, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Jitendra Ji, the Honorable Minister of State, Independent Service of the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Arts Sciences, Public Grievances, Pensions, Minister of State in the Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, to this IBSD Imphal in my home state, Manipur. Sir, Imphal was interpreted in different way. And in olden days, it's just conceived as a agglomeration of some the houses during those British time. And that they said that it's a collection of houses. From that it was called as Imphal. But in the modern times, one of my friend, colleague from Illinois University, he visited Imphal after seeing the David Attenborough's TV serial on the origin of polo, and he was interested to visit Imphal. During those days, I was in the Manipur University. Then he interpreted Imphal as in a different form. I for international medium for peace, humanity, art, and literature. He translated and he coined the Imphal in a different form. And that is the modern interpretation of a professor from biochemistry from Illinois University. March 2021, on 15th August, 15 August 2023, during these 3 periods, we have to observe Azadi Ka Amrut, and also we are looking back how India is immersed to this present world, and the remaining 2047, the 25 years, what are our accurate and intention to save in all fields of scholars and researchers and development of the country by 2047, what kind of status of the India to keep, and so to bring that consolidated the form of Indian in the 2047, and this is related with that of the bioeconomy national seminar. So, Dr. Jitendraji is here today to address the national seminar on developing bioeconomy from bioresources of the northeastern region of India. Dear friend, IBSD is an institute under the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, established way back in the year 2001. Being an academician and a researcher myself, I have been associated with IBSD for a long time, and I'm aware of all the research activities and outreach programs being undertaken by the institute for the benefit of the people of the region and particularly of the state. Capacity building and training of young researchers of northeastern region on bioresources management and advanced biotechnology. It is more heartening to note that this is being done with teamwork of IBSD, Imphal, Institute of Life Sciences, Bhubaneswar, and Jadpur University, Kolkata. Team IBSD is ready to work for promotion of the activities on bioresources management at Imphal, Sikkim, Meghalaya, and Mizoram, considering the unique bioresources of the northeastern region of the country. There should be some effective scientific instrument for coordinate the development with other northeastern states of the region. My compliment to Dr. Pranab Mukherjee and his team IBSD, consisting of all scientists, researchers, and staff for their hard work and contribution of the state of Manipur and northeastern region as a whole. Sir, I have an ample opportunity to visit honorable ministers, the district Udhampur. Sir, you will be astonished. I was encircled by local people after removing of Article 370. Many peoples are come up from the Jammu, Udhampur district of our honorable minister's Kendra. And I have the privilege of meeting about 370 people up to midnight. I interact with them and they have proposed a lot of things, sir. I will share with all those proposals, and some of them, particularly about the establishment of Kendra Vidyalaya School. Sir, I started initiating at least one or two schools with your the blessing. I may be able to implement it soon. With these few words, once again, I welcome Honorable Minister in my state, and I hope you will extend the full cooperation and funding for advanced scientific the activities could be done by the IBSD. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Yeah, actually, sir, IBSD in collaboration of Institute of Life Sciences Bhubaneswar has organized this program to generate the pool of critical trained scientific personnel of the Northeast region using advanced biotechnological tool, which will be immensely benefit the society and to boost the self-confidence and belief of the young researchers in the region, sir. And this is launched by the Honorable Minister, Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Sir, in the presence of the Honorable MLA, Member of Parliament, Maharaja Lesemba Sanajawa, and in the presence of Sri Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, the Honorable Union Minister of State Government of India, and Professor Pulak Mukherjee, the Director of IBSD Imphal. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, the memorandum of agreement is signed between IBSD, the Director IBSD Imphal, and Dr. Pachau, the Nodal Officer, Health, Family Welfare Department, to kindly exchange the memorandum of understanding document officially in the presence of Honorable Union Minister of States Government of India, Sri Jitendra Singh sir, and Maharaja Lesemba Sanajawa sir, and the Honorable Minister of State, Science and Technology, and Honorable Minister Sri R.K. Ranjan Singh. Thank you so much, sir. Science and Technology, Ministry of Art Sciences, Ministry of State in the Prime Minister's Office, the Ministry of Personal.
This special grant for the farmers, and also his very kind words of personal introduction, which one sometimes tend to forget, because when you are in a ministerial responsibility, you tend to underplay your scientific pursuits, because then you are not taken seriously as a minister. But thank you, he has reminded you and all of us about that. And since all of us are from the scientific fraternity and we have been taught and conditioned to keep, nibbling ourselves about whatever we see, and then keep asking ourselves, coaxing ourselves with questions. So the question that was bothering me for the last 1.5 hours was, why this blackout over here? So it was a scientific question, and now I've got the answer that this is basically a theatre where we were supposed to dance and you were supposed to watch. And therefore, the lighting arrangement is such. But I'm sorry if we have disappointed you by not performing the dance. But I wish the management of the theatre next time also keeps the option of using it for other purposes, because it would have been good if we could see you more brightly as you have been seeing us. All these young scholars and researchers, they are a source of huge inspiration for all of us. And I think for a scientific faculty, nothing is more satisfying and gratifying than to see a young researcher, living up to our expectations. But I think one advantage that they must have enjoyed is that if they were feeling bored, they could go to their mobile social sites, which we could not watch, keep us away when they don't. So nevertheless, that apart, I think the significance of today's program is multifold. A, that Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi accords highest priority to Northeast. And as was being mentioned by Honorable Minister Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh ji, he said, I have tried to do my bit when I was holding this Ministry of Donair for the last 7-8 years. But I think that was possible, and honestly speaking, because of the huge support and high prioritization accorded by the head of the government. We had a Prime Minister who was visiting Northeast virtually every month. And in the last 7 years, of course 1.5 years went away in the COVID, he had visited Northeast as many as 50 times. 50 times, which is not a small number. I think more than the total number of all the visits by all the Prime Ministers in the earlier decades. Even in Manipur, we would get him whenever we wanted, and he always obliged. He was here for the foundation stone of the sports university. And then it was with his patronage and support that we could roll out the first ever project in India which was dedicated to hill development. So Hill Area Development Project was launched from Manipur as a pilot project. And that is the high priority accorded. Also, it was during these 7-8 years of the Modi government that the new generation has forgotten that once there was a time when Manipur made news only for road blockades and protests. I think now 7-8 years has gone, nothing of that sort has happened, and we have even forgotten. Sometimes you might be wishing what road blockade looks like. That does not mean that we should have it again. But we had got used to it, everything would come to standstill. And since development and peace, they have a very reciprocal relationship. If peace is hampered, the development suffers. If development doesn't happen to the optimum extent, it leads to unrest. But we are lucky in the 7-8 years under the present government, both the targets have been achieved progressively and we have never looked back. But certainly, an important concern for any government, so also in India, is to ensure that the economy does not suffer. And when we talk in those terms, obviously we would look for the resources which have not been explored in the past, or which were explored but remained underexplored. And when we think in those terms, obviously, the first destination would be Northeast, because this is a region which had remained unexplored, particularly in the terms of its huge, diverse bioresources, whether it be the agriculture sector, whether it be the horticulture sector. And therefore, the contribution of biotechnology becomes very important for this region, particularly for Manipur, because which has been the nodal, the nerve center of all the biotechnology research and experimentation in the entire northeastern region. And therefore, in the years to come, in the post-COVID economy of India, I have a certain conviction that Northeast is going to play a leading role. And Prime Minister, whenever he visited Northeast, he would say Northeast NE means new engine. He was trying to encourage us, also trying to inspire us to look forward to our resources. But today, now time has come when actually Northeast is going to become new engine, not only for this region, for whole of India. And this new engine, for the fuel of this new engine, the important source will be biotechnology, the bioresources. So the biofuel from the bioresources will be fueling the new engine of New India. So that is a huge responsibility that is at hand, and that is also an opportunity for us to set an example for the rest of India. Is actually the unique of its kind in the entire region, because it's the only institute of the 16 institutes or so. IBS means irritable bowel syndrome. So, because you are all students of biotechnology and biology. So if you say, have you known what is IBS? They will say, yes, irritable bowel syndrome. But it is, in fact, Institute of Biotechnology Sustainable Development. So that is because the governments, both at the center and in the states, did not realize the importance of this institute. And the importance was realized under Prime Minister Modi, because we have devised a mechanism of educating every department, every sector, every ministry of the applications which are relevant to them. Now, as was being mentioned during this farmers' ceremony that we held, in what way they are going to be held, or in what way they are going to be benefited. This never happened before, and I must compliment Dr. Mukherjee and his team that have taken this initiative, because the propagation of these technologies will happen through word of mouth. Now, when these 30 farmers we had, when they go and tell others, the others would also come. Like similarly, in this ministry itself, under CSIR, we have launched Aroma Mission. Media does not give us much coverage. For media, this doesn't make any difference. Tomorrow, they may not find it very attractive to report what has happened in this function. They are non-farming pursuits. in the season when he is not actually engaged in economy. And that would finally add to his economy. And sometimes when the Prime Minister gave us this slogan in the beginning, doubling farmers' income by 2022, many started wondering how it could happen, because they were not trying to visualize or not being imaginative. Farming does not mean that you confine only to the single crop in a year. Now we have supplementary farming, we have integrated farming, and we have integrated pursuits for the farmers. And northeastern region is the region which has the potential for everything. And therefore, I think this institute has the potential to develop as a bioresource hub for Northeast. And with the kind of better resources that Northeast has compared to other regions of the country, this could actually become the premier bioresource hub of India. And in the times to come, we are going to have something like bioeconomics. Now this morning I was talking of blue economics, because we are going to now discover other means of economics. We have huge oceans and sea coast around India, which was not explored in the past. We are now starting looking at that. Similarly, we have huge bioresource, which was never utilized as a supplement or a value addition for economics. So bioeconomics, when it takes up the DBT funded phytopharmacological laboratory facility, the other resources, the other research going on here, will then not only take a lead, but it will have a very pivotal role in the times to come. Similarly, we just now saw a COVID-related movie happening, and I had the opportunity of also visiting the lab. And I must appreciate the recently established Genomics Consortium, which is of course a big stride in the direction of meeting this challenge of coronavirus. Then Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh ji was mentioning the collaborative program with Jadavpur University, and of course just now we have had an MOU with Mizoram also. Now the strawberry cultivation and sustainable agro-technological interventions. Now since we have also got into hybrid farming, hybrid agriculture, there again the biotechnology can come in. So strawberry is no longer an exclusive property or domain of Kashmir, where Kashmir was known for strawberry and cherry. When you start producing strawberry from Manipur or strawberry from Meghalaya, which we have already done to an extent successfully, there will be a new kind of curiosity among the consumers and buyers. They will tell each other, look here, we have so far only tasted Kashmir strawberry. Similarly, we also experimented mango in Manipur. Mango already was known to be, a cultivation of different regions, not necessarily this region. So by making best use of these technologies, and biotechnology also is also a relatively a recent, maybe about 3 decades old technology which has come into circulation, because earlier on not much was known about it. But the more we understand what it is all about, we'll also be able to understand the applications of it and also explain to the stakeholders. And then I was told about this program which he was mentioning. The program has a target of producing 4 lakh certifiable disease-free quality plants of Khasi, Mandarin and sweet orange during 3 years, with a build capacity of at least 1,000 farmers in the region. That's what Dr. Mukherjee has shared with me. So I think this is something which is, because now with the kind of technology, we also have the technology to have disease-free crop, where the farmer can carry on with his pursuit with much more ease. And therefore he is more of an agricultural technocrat. And I can see the day is not far when the agricultural technocracy or agriculture entrepreneurship will also become specialized. You will have strawberry technocrats. You will have mango technocrats. They will not be necessarily confined to a region. You will have mango technocrats cultivating mango in Manipur, and you will have orange technocrats cultivating orange in Assam, not necessarily in Nagpur. But when integration happens at the social level, at the cultural level, it leads on to the integration of minds. And when the taste is common, if you are sitting in a railway compartment, you have all the other strangers. You catch, when the train passes through Nagpur, you have vendors coming in distributing oranges. So Dr. Mukherjee, fond of oranges, takes half a dozen orange, then offers it to the other one whom he doesn't know in the compartment. So by the end, by the time the oranges finishes, he has made a friend with him. That is something that most of you must have observed and noticed when you are on a long train journey. So this commonality of our food habits, of our lifestyle, is also a unifying factor. And therefore, where I say in the terms of biotechnology experimentation and biotechnology growth, it is not only limited to biotechnology per se. Let all of us who are engaged in this keep in mind that we are actually living up to a much larger responsibility in the service of the nation, in the service of society. I am very glad that I am here late evening. I hope